In this video, we're going to study the sixth part of Lesson 5 in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy's Latin Grammar 1 course. In Lesson 5, we're studying Varia Adjectivorum Genera, the various classes of adjective nouns. We've already been through 5 parts of this lesson. We've learned about interrogative adjective nouns. We've learned about relative adjective nouns, reditive and infinite adjective nouns, possessive, patrial, and gentile adjective nouns. In our last lesson, in part 5, we learned about partitive adjective nouns. And in this sixth part, we're going to learn about numeral nouns. So this will be the sixth part of this lesson, and this will be the last class of adjective nouns we study in Lesson 5. So Lesson 5, numeral nouns. And there are 3 kinds of numeral nouns, which we'll study in Rules 16, 17, and 18. Cardinal, ordinal, and distributive. Okay, so these are numeral nouns, the last class of adjective nouns we're going to study in Lesson 5. Our definition in Rule 15 says, Nomen numerale est quod numerum significat, cuius tres sunt species, cardinale, ordinale, distributivum. I'll read that one more time. Nomen numerale est quod numerum significat, cuius tres sunt species, cardinale, ordinale, distributivum. Okay, and the translation for Rule 15 is a numeral noun. So numerals, all numerals or numbers, all numerals are adjective nouns. A numeral noun is that which a number signifies. A numeral noun is that which a number signifies. Cuius, of which 3 are the species or types. Okay, of which cuius 3 are the species, of which there are 3 species. Cardinale, it's one type of numeral noun. Ordinale, the second type of numeral nouns. And distributivum, the third type of numeral nouns. Okay, so a numeral noun is that which signifies a number. And there are 3 species of numeral nouns: cardinals, ordinals, and distributives. And these 3 species are studied in Rules 16, 17, and 18. So numerals are adjective nouns. Okay, one of the classes of adjective nouns are numerals. First, cardinal numerals. The rule reads, Cardinale est quod numerum absolute et sine ordine significat. Cardinale est quod numerum absolute et sine ordine significat. A cardinal numeral is that which signifies, let me jump down here. A cardinal numeral is that which signifies numerum, a number. Absolute, that means absolutely or without reference to any other number. And without ordine, without order. A cardinal numeral is that which signifies a number absolutely and without any reference to order. Okay? Such as ut, uno, duo, tres. These are the simple names of Latin numbers. Uno, 1, duo, 2, tres, 3. Okay, so normal numbers are cardinal numerals. Second, the second type of numeral, an ordinal, ordinale. Ordinal numerals or an ordinal numeral is that which signifies a number. Digestum means arranged, ordine, in order. Ordinale nomen, an ordinal noun, is that which signifies a number arranged in order. Ordine digestum, arranged in order. Or which signifies the last of that number. This last phrase here, or which signifies the last of that number, what that means is if you have two, the last of the two is the second. If you have three, the last of the three is called the third. That's what ultimum ex eo numero means. So an ordinal numeral or an ordinal noun is that which signifies a number arranged in order or the last of that number in an order. As, and we have two examples here, primus, which means first, and secundus, which means second. We can go on to say tertius, which means third, quartus, which means fourth, and so on, all the way through the numbers. And these are ordinal numerals. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. They express order. All right, they signify number arranged in order. That's an ordinal numeral. Lastly, the third species of numerals will be distributive. Distributiva sive divisiva nomina sunt quae distributionem seu divisionem significat. Distributive numerals, which are also called divisive numerals, distributiva nomina, distributive nouns, are those which signify distribution or division. Distributive or divisive nouns are those which distribution or division signify. All right, now what does that mean? When we get to the examples, it'll be clear what this means. Then there's another note in Latin there that says, quibus fere utuntur oratores numero multitudinis, by which often the orators used in the number of a multitude. Okay, you can ignore that. It's simply telling us that the orators, like Cicero, the famous speakers, in their speeches often used distributive numbers, numero multitudinis, for the number of a multitude. All right, we'll learn more about that when we study syntax. So, distributive nouns are those which distribution or division signify. So what does that mean? It's easy once we see the examples. The examples are singuli, bini, and terni. Singuli means one by one or singularly. So imagine a row of people lined up one by one. That's singuli. All right? Bini means two by two. So if we had a line of people in pairs, they would be lined up two by two. Bini. So when Noah brings the animals into the ark two by two, bini means two by two. And then terni would be three by three, and so on. Okay? These are examples of distributive or divisive numbers because we divide a quantity into a certain number, or we distribute a multitude into a certain number, one by one, or two by two, three by three, and so on. Distributive. So the three species of numeral adjective nouns are cardinal, ordinal, and distributive. In the lesson, in the printed lesson, you have full lists of all of the numerals in Latin, cardinals, ordinals, and distributives. So You're not going to study that. You're not required to memorize that, as the lesson says, but you should keep that lesson handy because you'll always have all of the numbers available to use or to look up anytime you need to know a Latin number. So all of the numerals are given in lesson 5, but they're not required to be memorized. They're just given as a reference so you can have access to them. Okay, so our last part of lesson 5, as we finish our study of varia adjectivorum genera, the various classes of adjectives, we have numeral nouns. Numeral nouns, a numeral noun is that which signifies a number. 3 species of numeral nouns: cardinal, which signify a number absolutely and without any reference to order; an ordinal numeral, which signifies a number arranged in order; and distributive, which signify distribution or division. Okay, these are the 3 species of numeral adjective nouns. So that's it for lesson 5. We've learned about interrogative adjective nouns, about relative, about redditive, about infinite, possessive, patrial, and gentile. In our last lesson, we learned about partitive adjective nouns, and here we learn about numeral adjective nouns. So those are the varia adjectivorum genera, the various classes of adjective nouns. So you can go on and finish studying the written lesson and master all the details there and complete the assessment. If you have any questions or need help with these lessons, please contact us. I hope that's a helpful introduction to the lesson, and I hope that all 6 of these videos have been a helpful guide through the study of lesson 5. God bless your studies.